recording here. Okay. So you will be working as you will be working as L2 or L3. Okay. So mostly nobody is looking at L1 as far as evening batch is concerned, because you guys will be going for an interview with 3 to 4 years minimum. Okay. And you will keep your background like some other domain you have worked. So you will go with 3 or 4 years experience, where you will land between L2 and L3 level. Okay. So for L1 it will be 0 to 2 years. For L2 it comes with 2 to 8 years it may come for L3. So L4 it will be completely design part. Okay. So if you are telling, okay, I have 4 years or 3 years experience, then they might ask design also. Okay, how you will design it. So this is completely on the advanced level, L3 or L4, because so the moment you ask more package, okay, they will expect you to have a design knowledge also. So if you are at this level, L1 and L2, only support is fine. Okay. So if you are doing support, then we are fine. Okay. If you want to design something, they will ask, okay, the implementation part, how you are going to implement it. So that is how your implementation, engineering and support will work. Okay. That's an overview. So now yesterday we have seen 1 tier, 2 tier, okay, 1 tier architecture, 2 tier architecture, 3 tier and n tier here. Okay. So now we will see the scenarios here. So this is the design part. Now you think it. So we are covering here L3 to L4 level. Okay. So some of the concept or all the concept will look like complicated, because you have not yet completed even 10% of the course. Okay, approximately 8 to 9% you are done, not even 10%. Okay, so once you done do the 70% of the course, then you will understand this completely. So yesterday you were asking lot of questions on how the environment look like, how as a DevOps engineer we will be working, what is the environment, what type of work we get, all that you are asking me questions. I thought, okay, we'll show them the architecture. Okay, so that they can have a glimpse of it, how the architecture will look like. So if you want, you open the supporting content which I have shared yesterday, so which I have added in the last here. Okay, so if you open up this document here, so you open this document, it is in 229. This is your supporting content, supported content for DevOps course content. Okay, you open it. So you will have the first example. You open up, or you can see it here only. Okay, both are same. Okay, rather than opening, I will only explain. Okay, so I will open our course content also, course material also. So how this is related. Okay, and make sure that you are not a beginner. As a beginner, you should not see it. If you are looking like a beginner, then you will think like it's look like a complicated. So now we will see it. This is our course content. Okay, 1 tier monolithic, 2 tier 3 tier and entire. Okay, this is how your most of the architecture will be restricted to 3 tier and entire. Nobody will use 2 tier nowadays. Okay, so if that is 2 tier, then they will tell, okay, we are not going to support this. So the support vendor itself will tell, okay, uh, I don't want my server to be hosting two roles here. You cannot put application and web here. So you separate this, then only we will support, or else we will not support. That is why mostly you will get 3 tier architecture only. So you will not have a 2 tier. If it is complex environment, then you will definitely get entire architecture here. Okay. So this was our pretext on the content that I created yesterday. Okay, this is how it will look like. Okay, so your 3 tier architecture. Okay, this is 3 tier architecture. This is on Azure, not on a AWS. Okay, so you might ask why we are looking at Azure. Okay, see, once you learn one cloud, okay, you will be you should not tell I don't know this, I don't know Google, I don't know Azure, I don't know Oracle, or any cloud. You should tell I will do it, I don't have experience, you ask me, I will tell. Okay, only the terminology will change here. Okay, so now I will go with the not Azure, I will go with AWS only. Okay, so that you don't get panic here why we are just suddenly moving into Azure here. Same concept, if you look into it, they are similar, setup is similar. You see all the components are similar only. Okay, only the coloring and namings are changed, the underlying infrastructure is same here. So like in Kannada we call Neeru, Tanni, Pani, what do you call in Marathi, Abhishek?
Pani, sir.
Pani only. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, Pani. Okay, like that. Okay, the water you call water only, but it will be in different language. See, all will have a same terminology, same mechanism, but you will be using the different names here. Okay, first one. Okay, this is your overall architecture, this is your region here. So AWS region means it is a part of the sovereign region. Sovereign region means a territorial body, like government. Okay, like if you are talking about India, we will call about it's completely Indian government, means sovereign here, means that is the region here, the entire region. It may be Delhi, it may be Chennai, it may be Hyderabad or Mumbai, all that it will come under one, the regional here. Okay, so this is your overall AWS account, complete your AWS account. Then you have regions here, we have not covered regions here yet, so we will come to know that what are those regions. Then you will have a overall your Amazon VPC, your private cloud. Okay, virtual private cloud. Okay, in that you have segregated web tier. Okay, then business tier and data tier here. Okay, so for this one, customers are coming through your internet gateway, so they are coming and managing it here. Okay, so that is their entry point. Okay, and once they do enter into web tier, they should not be allowed to access the business tier here. Okay, it is restricted. Okay, only the web application will access it. So you see it here, VM groups, web servers. Web servers will access. Let's say you are here in a college. Let's say you entered into a college, okay, or you entered into a hotel, okay. These yellow colors are their staff, okay. Let's say they are cook, either cook or tutor, okay. Only they are allowed to talk to the business tier, okay. So that is how it will work for the business tier here, where your business will be running. These are the application servers you will be running here. So now if you see it here, you are running the load balancers here. Yesterday I told you about the load balancer. Before hitting your web server, you are doing it a load balancing here. So one, you done the load balancing. After it is load balanced here, now you are going into the web server here. Then they are calling the application here. This is your application where you will be hosted here, like your program, logic, code, all these application will be running in this layer. This is where the core business will lie, okay. Now let's say this is your let's say board members, okay. So this is board members, like principal, vice principal, or chairman, partners. These are the guys who will be handling their salaries. Let's say we will take the example of college only, a medical college, okay. So these guys are the owners or chairman, big guys, okay. So for them, if you want to access, you are coming here and then you are keeping one more load balancing here. After that, so these guys will access the finance here. This is the finance team. Let's say this is your database team, okay. So you are checking all the database here. That is why you don't have load balancing here, okay. They should not be having direct access. They cannot directly they should access it. They should have a access through only through these guys, chairman. Staff should not access it here. So this is staff. Let's say staff should not know the salaries here. So they will ask here board members. Board members will ask here the salaries here, okay. So is it clear or no? Just tell the concept wise. So you should be familiar with three-tier architecture. That's it. I wanted to know about the three-tier here. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
I need acknowledgement.
Okay.
Hanumant? Hussain?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I hope you got clear idea now. Okay. The three-tier architecture. Now, okay. As a DevOps engineer, as a infrastructure engineer, as a operation engineer, you should be accessing all this tier here. Okay. So you are what you need to do, okay, as a DevOps engineer, you need to check, okay, is every component is working properly or not. So through AWS CloudWatch, you will check all the components are functioning or not. So this CloudWatch will be doing it. Okay. If you want to access any server here, okay, so you want to access it any server, you will not access it in this fashion because it will be restricted here. So what you will do, you will have one separate host here, which will call it as management subnet. Okay, or we will call it as a bastion host. Okay, so once you log in it here, okay, so here we will have configured it to allow it to monitor everything, just to monitor, not to administer it, just to monitor everything whether these are running or not. So you will be managing it here from this systems manager, session manager, endpoint. So you will be accessing through this, okay, DevOps role. So now you see it, you connected it here. So now you are managing session manager, all your EC2 instance, load balancers, then security and automation, all these are you are managing through this subnet. So whatever your subnet is having, you are managing this. So if you see it above, one layer is having one type of access here. Okay, so that we will see all that in the relevant topic. When we cover that, we will look into that particular topic. Okay, so all that will be relevant here. Okay, so this is how your three-tier architecture will come. Okay, for automation you will be using it here, Terraform. Okay, so this is your configuration. Okay, this is the three-tier architecture. Now we will go with N-tier web. Okay, so this is now platform as a service. Okay, now it is a serverless. Okay, why this is again coming the same thing? Private data. It is different now. This one is different. The other one is different. Okay, data tier. This is separate. Okay, you see it. N tier is different and 3-tier is different, but you are looking at diagrams are same. There is no difference, right? Do you see any difference?
No, sir.
Yeah. Okay, so most of it will be simplified here. Okay, so there is a lot of difference here. Now you will not able to understand this, but here you will get lot of difference here with this diagram. Okay, so now that is done. N-tier. Now we will go ahead with the 3-tier with Docker here. Okay, so Docker, you have here Docker role. Okay, and the relevant task here. So now you are as a DevOps engineer. Okay, so you are managing here, and you are running the Docker files here. So here you see that one container has come up now. In this group, one guy has come. Okay, so you are running now containers also with virtual machines. You are running the containers also. Now you are doing the write, read, all that with the command prompt here. Most of it you are managing through command prompts. Okay, so everything is similar here. Now what you are doing, you are managing it, the containers also, few containers, and you are managing with command prompt. So from here you will be managing the command prompts. So this will be not graphical here. you should be doing the commands here. So we will see that in orchestration and containerization. Okay, you don't worry here. You see that the architecture is same. You just look into this. Architecture is same. 3-tier. So if you are having complex, then only it will change. Okay, now I will go ahead with the other architecture. So now you have Kubernetes here. So now similar architecture. Okay, so now you have here as a DevOps developer, okay, and engineer, you are going through the Argo CD. So then you are managing it with the Kubernetes here. Instead of managing it with command prompt, okay, now you are telling, okay, I want to manage everything with the Kubernetes here. So I cannot do it with the command prompt. Instead of command prompt, I will use Terraform here. So Terraform will do on my behalf, okay, and then you have CI/CD pipeline here, okay, which it will be automating all your tasks here. So all that you are now building the code here, where there is a development of the project. Now you will be doing a build here, and the software, it is being push and pull here. Okay, so you are developing the application, or you are supporting a environment here. So one thing you need to note is, what is the architecture that you are familiar with? 3-tier architecture. So it will be familiar, it will be easy for us to manage the architecture if we are having 3-tier architecture. So one, it will be your public interface. Okay, you see it here, this is your public, where the internet users are coming in, then you are filtering it out. This is again private, and then this is again private. Okay, so this back end, whatever you are seeing, that is your access. This is where you will be accessing it, so that you get complete access of the infrastructure. If you come through this layer, this way, you will restricted at this level itself. That is why you will have a separate entry, so that you can access all the infrastructure. Okay, that is your 3-tier. So now you have multi-tenant. Multi-tenant means, let's say you are running a what is that, catering service. Okay, you are running a hotel or catering service. So you have 3 hotels where you need to supply your food or material. So this is tenant 1, tenant 2 and tenant 3. Tenant 1 should not access tenant 2, tenant 2 should not access tenant 3 or tenant 4. Okay, let's say one hotel is taking 10 bags of rice. Tenant 2 is taking only 2 bags of rice. Tenant 10 is taking 100 bags of rice. So they should not be able to see what the other guy is ordering or what they are purchasing. Nothing, they should see it. So you should be securing this. So that is called as software as service. So you have a multi-tenant here. Okay, you are separating it. Now you are putting a database also here. So your database is also separated here. You are keeping multiple copies of the database. In case of database get crashed, you will have one more copy here. So now it is same here architecture. So there is nothing major changed here, but only you are changing the tools here, how you are going to manage this. Okay, so instead of this you have EKS cluster. Instead of managing Kubernetes, you are managing at the Amazon only. Amazon only manages all that cluster. Okay, Amazon will manage its their own cluster, and you will have access to Amazon cluster, Kubernetes here. Okay, so this is your multi-tenant SaaS application on EKS. This will be your Amazon Kubernetes. Okay, now you have entire C# application on .NET Core. Okay, so now you have here developers and DevOps engineer and support engineers. All the support guys will be accessing through management subnet only. Okay, this is where your jump host will come, or bastion host will come, or management subnet, or management network. We can call it as a number of ways to call this. Okay, so now you are, once you log in here, then you will get the access in here. Okay, so now here you are accessing your same Amazon VPC only. Even in entire also you have the same simplified architecture. You got it? So for reducing the complexity, so you will have this 3-tier architecture only. In diagrams you will not get entire architecture, so they will form it in one diagram. That's it. So this will be your web layer. You do whatever you want in this layer. That's it. So how many you want to divide it in web layer, you divide it. Okay, once you leave that, I will block you. Whatever your business is, you just do your business. Once you are entering inside, I will block you. If you want to exit, then you go outside. You don't come inside. Okay, if you want to come inside, then I will have a private channel for you. Only through that you come. Okay, so for all these, this will be common here. Okay, so now here you are allowing tenant 1, okay, to access only tenant 1 DB. Tenant 2 will access only his DB. So this is where you are restricting the access here to the database also. So one hotel will have only to access with their accounts only. So once they want to see their accounts, they will tell, okay, I will open your account, you see how much you have taken it from us. So that is your entire C# application, okay, which will be completely on the Microsoft. C# means you just make sure that this is on the Microsoft platform. So these tools are being changed for you as a DevOps engineer, as a DevOps role. So your tools are getting changed here. If you notice it, your 3-tier architecture is same here for everything. But if you are looking at the DevOps role or relevant task, these are getting changed here. Have you noticed it? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. See, these tools will get changed according to the environment. So that environment, nobody will guarantee that you will get this type of work. So it depends on what type of project or what type of business they are running. Based on that, you will get these tools. You have these tools, right? You have C# and .NET Core. So here what you are getting it here, this is your, okay, Jira, then Triol, then Terraform, Flux, okay, Argo workflows, then you have your Kubernetes here. Okay, this is all the tools that you are working, and you have a GitHub here, GitHub and GitLab. So this is where you are working up directly here. You have access it to commit the code, okay, and you can access it here. This is how you are accessing it here. Okay. Now I will go back here. You have container registry, which is Amazon. So you are taking directly from Amazon registry. Okay. Then you have Kubernetes. Then you have CI/CD pipeline, Jenkins, SonarQube, all that. Now you have here Terraform for automation. Okay. So then we'll go back here. So now this is completely purely on the Docker here, Docker and Terraform. Now you see this is completely on the cloud part. Okay, so you don't see any icons here except here Terraform. This is purely AWS platform. Okay, you see it, AWS platform. Now the first diagram you see, this is all your typical AWS tools, which are the basic rules, basic tools that you will be doing. Okay, now we'll go back to our the last one, 6, okay, 7, entire year. This also covered. Okay, this is not covered. Okay, now you have here Springboard, microservices, okay, platform role, and then relevant task. Okay, so you are automating here. Okay, so then you have here GitHub, which is the developer project here. So now they have repositories here, means they are developing some software here. So you will be working as a developer and ops engineer, both you will be working, because they are using the Git here. So whenever you see this type of icon, means you will be doing little bit of coding also. Okay, whenever there is a development project, you see it here, there is a development here, GitHub is coming here, where they are writing code and committing here. Okay, so this one also you have it. Okay, so now this one they don't have, this is not a development project. Just by looking at the diagram or architecture, you can tell what kind of work they are doing. So this is just a support activity. Now we will see, you don't have GitHub here, Git or GitHub. Okay, so you are not seeing this icon here. Okay, so same like earlier. Okay, I don't want to take so all these tools are coming in, that's it. It is much of a more complex environment. Okay, microservices. Okay, this is little bit complicated, complex environment where you are doing lot of things here. So once you work as a DevOps engineer here, so you will be managing at least 2 or 3 roles here. So all these 5 you will be not doing it, but at least 2-3 type of roles you will be doing it. Now we will see 3-tier application. Okay, now this is completely on the Terraform. So Terraform, you are automating the complete setup here. So you will not use the manual build here. So just like how we are creating VMs, you will not do it manually. You will tell Terraform to do this. So Terraform, it will do a workflow. Once the workflow is done, it will create it and it will give back the control to you. This is what Terraform will be doing. This is completely on the automation part. Okay, now you have application with serverless. So do you see that there is any development work here? Any GitHub or Git icon here?
No, sir.
Okay, so there are two aspects here. Okay, one is this is your production application architecture. Okay, so in production you will not touch anything here. Okay, you are not going to touch anything. But if you look at the DevOps management, you are doing a GitHub here. So there is no icon here, but you are still doing a development work here, because this is very sensitive. You will be not having access here. So whatever you want to do, you just do it here. Okay, in this environment. If this is successful, then we will take it to the market. We will take it to the production. Until that, we will be doing the testing here only. We will not go into production, because if something goes wrong here, we get screwed up badly. Okay, so this is completely isolated environment. This is development environment and this is the production environment. So let's say you are building some application, it got crashed. So it will not affect anything on the production. Okay, that is how it is designed here. Cloud native, serverless, 3-tier application architecture. So there is no server here, but still they are running their business. They are just running with their databases. Okay. So last one. Okay. So you have tool chain application process. Okay. So how you will be developing the tools chain application. So you have here web tier, business or middleware now. In the middleware, you are having the complexity here. Okay. Database, you have here primary and standby. Okay, one goes down, the other will take it over here. So here if you look at, you are developing the solution here. So you are doing a automated control for this environment. So however you are giving the environment at the target what to do, you will be developing the tools here with the tool chain process here. So this is all about your entire architecture. Okay, I will stop the recording now.